Met him with Emily at ComFest in June of 2019.
Okay. And if you know, what was the relationship between Mr. Moore and Emily in 2019 when you first met him?
They were married.
Okay. And prior to you meeting Matt, were you aware that the two of them were married?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you find that information?
Emily came to visit me, and we in Detroit in August of 2018, and she told me that she was considering getting married to Mathew.
Okay. And did you have conversations about that?
Yes.
Okay. When you first met Matt in 2019, you stated that was where?
She was visiting me in Detroit.
When you first met Matt?
I'm sorry. When I first met Matt, it was in Columbus, June 2019.
Okay. And what were your interactions with Matt at that time? How were your interactions with him?
I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable when we tried to take pictures. He would want to force his way into the picture, and he was uncomfortably affectionate physically towards me, and I just met him, so I did not feel comfortable.
That was the first time you physically met Mr.
Yes.
Moore, correct? Did you have any conversation with him prior to that, or is that the very first time you spoke or saw him?
First time I saw or spoke to him.
Okay. Did you witness any interactions between the defendant, Mr. Moore, and Emily during that event?
Yes.
And what do you recall about witnessing those interactions?
He would interrupt her when she'd be speaking. He seemed to just want to put himself in the middle of us so that if I wanted to sit next to her or be with her, he would want to sit or stand in between us.
Were either Emily or Matt drinking during ComFest?
Yes.
What do you call about that?
Matt was drinking a lot of beer, and ComFest, they have giant 20-ounce beers.
What about Emily?
She was not.
Okay. Was that the only time you had met Mr. Moore?
I met him, well, that was the only time. I did go to their condo after ComFest and spent time with him there.
During that same time period in 2019?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you recall about those interactions back at the condo?
He was drinking, and I brought some food. Emily and I had planned on going on a trip together, so we had some food. I cut a big melon, and we were sharing the fruits and snacks that I brought. I did spend some time with him in the morning, and Emily had gone to work very early in the morning so that she could get some hours in at the office before we were going to leave on our trip. So I spent a few hours with Matt alone, and I wasn't entirely comfortable with him.
Was anyone else living in the condo at that time?
Yes.
And who was that?
Matthew's son, Joey.
Okay. Did you have the chance to speak with Joey?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see any interactions between Joey and Emily and Matt?
Yes.
What were the interactions like at that time between Joey and Emily?
We were just standing around their kitchen island, eating snacks and, getting to know each other. He was very pleasant. He was kind of sweet, and it was a pleasant time.
And was that the first time you'd met Joey?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see Joey again after that?
No.
Now, you mentioned earlier in your testimony about planning to take a trip. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the trip you had planned and when that was occurring.
We had decided, I wanted to come to Columbus to visit Emily and other friends, and we decided that we would get a cabin in Hocking Hills. So we had several phone calls and emails and text messages trying to determine where we would like to go. So Emily had booked a 5-day stay at the chalets in the Hocking Hills.
And when you say we, who's going on this trip?
Emily and I.
Okay, so just the two of you?
Yes.
What was the purpose of the trip, if there was one?
I believe Emily had a difficult time.
Objection as to the purpose of the trip?
Well, as to what Emily said, I'll sustain that.
Did you and Emily have a conversation about planning this trip?
Yes.
And was there a particular state of mind she gave to you as to why she wanted to take this trip with you?
She was aggravated with the responsibilities of dealing with Joey and his mental illness and needed to get away from Matt.
Okay. And so then this trip was planned to go to Hocking Hills?
Yes. As a girl's getaway.
And how long was this trip supposed to be taking place?
We were supposed to be there for 5 days.
Now, you said you were supposed to be there for 5 days. Did that change? Did you stay for less time or more time?
We only stayed for 1 night.
Okay, and can you explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what happened during that one night that you were there?
Emily received a text message in the morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning, after I had prepared breakfast. And the text message she received from Matheau was...
Objection as to what the text said?
It's the defendant's statement, Your Honor, came from the defendant.
Not to law enforcement.
Well, this
Your
is,
Honor, I believe that
what are you offering this for?
to explain what happens afterwards, why they only stayed for one night, and secondarily, I don't think it needs to come from law enforcement if it's the defendant's own statement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer to the question is to provide context as to what she did next. It is not being offered for evidence of the truth of what the text was about. So I want you to understand that. You can answer the question.
What did the text state, ma'am?
Joey is gone. He is dead. He hung himself.
And were you with Emily when she received that message?
Yes.
And can you describe what her demeanor was like in that moment?
She was in shock, wondering if this was a sick joke or if it was the truth. She was pacing and panicking and wondering what to do. She tried to call Matt, and Matt, multiple dozens and dozens of times, and I tried to call him as well, and he would not answer the phone.
Okay. Based on that information, what did the two of you do next?
I thought that we should probably take it seriously because no one would make that kind of a horrible joke. So we packed up, and I'm unable to drive, or else I would have driven. I have epilepsy and I have poor vision, so Emily was stuck with having to drive us home all the way from the very bottom of the Hocking Hills, and it took us several hours to arrive home. And she had to take a lot of breaks to stop and pull off the side of the road so that she could compose herself to be able to drive home safe.
And eventually, did you get back to the condo?
No, I was dropped off at a friend's house in Bexley.
And was that the last time you saw Emily Noble alive?
Yes.
After that time period, did you remain in contact with Emily?
Yes.
And how would you remain in contact with her?
Through texts and phone calls and Facebook.